Let's start the class. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. Last week we have one question. That I think the question is what moved to another life, huh? Right? Normally, the main question. Normally, actually, I quote this Sutta, a nature Sutta, to talk about vipassana. So, okay, I will explain a little bit about vipassana. So the Buddha said that five aggregates, in other words, nama rupa, mind and body, are impermanent. So when we have a deep concentration, we will have this understanding. We ourselves will know physical phenomena in our body, our mind are impermanent. That's vipassana, knowing impermanent nature of our mind and body. In other words, five aggregate. So that's called vipassana. So the Buddha said that what are impermanent are suffering. Everything that has the nature of impermanent are suffering. Right? Our body is impermanent, so therefore this is a suffering. What are suffering are non-safe. So five aggregate are suffering, so therefore non-safe. So that means there's no ability to control it. So that means our five aggregate are impermanent. So there's no permanent entity in our body or in our mind. So actually here, atta or self, me, something which is permanent. According to many religions, they believe a kind of permanent thing in their body or in their mind. They call it soul theory, right? Especially in Hinduism. And there are many religions. So they believe that there is even though you die, soul will move to heaven or soul will move to another life. In Buddhism, there's no soul. Soul here means whatever you call it, whatever name you call it, something which is permanent entity. Because when you look at this Sutta, you will know that, right? Our body, physical body, not only this physical body, physical things, the temples, nations, even the planets, even the universe, everything is impermanent. In one Sutta, in Sutta Surya Sutta, the Buddha said that great oceans one day will disappear. This planet, including, will disappear. So in that Sutta, the Buddha highlight the impermanent nature of physical things. Not only this body, everything what you see, everything what you hear, every physical phenomena impermanent. And also, when you look at your mind, same thing. One mind moment will arise, it will disappear. Another mind moment will arise, it will disappear. It goes like that, right? It goes like that. So therefore, you can't find anything permanent in your body, in your mind, or outside of your mind. Everything is impermanent. So therefore, the Buddha said that anatta, non-safe. Non-safe can be explained. So there's no permanent entity or permanent thing in your mind, in your body, or outside. Everything is impermanent. So therefore, non-safe. Another definition is you cannot control your body. So when you look at with a deep concentration, you yourself will know physical phenomena in the body, mental phenomena in your mind arises and passes away. So therefore, you don't have any ability to control it. So therefore, we are getting older and older, right? Ultimately, we're dying. So what are non-safe should be seen as they really are with the correct wisdom. So you must have a correct wisdom, right wisdom, that means the knowledge of impermanence, the knowledge of suffering, knowledge of non-safe. So if you see that, they are not mine. Normally, this is my body, right? Especially, this is my body. This is my family, this is my temple, like that. So actually, we normally crave for our body, our family, our temples, our countries, with a craving. Because of that craving, we have in a lot of suffering in our mind. Imagine that you're going to die. The moment you know that you will die, after you go back home, then you will suffer, right? You will suffer because you have a craving for your body, right? Mind, body, you know. So when you understand the nature of arising and passing away your body, your mind, this is the nature, this is the reality, right? You cannot control it. So therefore, when you know that truth or reality, then you have acceptance in your mind. Even though you know that you're going to die, you don't have any mental suffering. You're able to let go, no? Without clinging to your body, without clinging to your house, your car, your family, your country. You can leave this world without any mental suffering. Right? So they are not mine, you know. Actually, when you look at your body, your mind, just mind and body. You will not find any I or you know. Just mind and body arises and passes away. Right? Normally, I give example of Bhikkhuni Khema. Bhikkhuni Khema, normally I explain this. Bhikkhuni Khema, a German Bhikkhuni, a serious meditator. She have a breast cancer. She have to go to hospital quite often. One time, she was lying down in a hospital bed. As usual, she is practicing meditation. Meditation here means she observes her body and her mind. What is happening in her body? What is happening in his mind? Then one time, she know that life energy, she used the word energy. life energy is moving from her feet to toe, from toe to knee, knee to thigh. Life energy is moving backward, She just observe it with a full of mindfulness, and she know what is happening clearly. So there is only life energy in the body and knowing mind. Knowing mind. Only two, The mind know what is happening in our body. Actually, life energy is moving, from her feet to ankle, right? Ankle to knee, knee to thigh. Ultimately, when the life energy move up to here, move to up to her heart, she will die. She will die. Normally, normal people who do not have a mindfulness and clear comprehension, the moment they know life energy is moving from their body, fear will come in, right? So they cannot, they have a lot of clinging to their body. Oh, life energy is moving from my body, I'm going to die. So because of that thinking, because of that identity, self-identity, I am, I am going to die. Not only knowing mind and what is happening in the body. So normally people will add, I am, I am here. This is my body, my house, my family. I have to leave everything behind. Because of that craving, because of that I am, or because of this is mine, this is mine. Because of that self-identity view, fear will arise. I'm going to die. In the case of Bhikkhuni Khema, she is a serious meditator. She just observes what is happening in her body. Life energy is moving backward. And there's another knowing mind. The mind just know it. So just the mind and physical phenomena in the body. Only two. In other words, only nama rupa, mind and body. There's no I, There's no I. Because of that, she doesn't have any fear in her mind. No anxiety in her mind. Just mindfulness, clear comprehension. The mind, right? So the mind knows what is happening in the body. Happening in the body means physical phenomena, right? Because of that, she knows nama rupa by that time. Because of that, no fear in her mind. No attachment to her body, no attachment to her family or everything, right? So here, when you have a correct wisdom, when you know your nama rupa is impermanent, suffering, non-self, you will see, you will understand by yourself. They are not mine, they are me, my body, my family, everything, They are not mine. There's only one, there's only nama rupa. Nama rupa. These I am not. Normally we have a kind of comparing mind, can see in our mind. I am handsome. I am educated. I am rich, like that, right? Because of those can see in our mind, mana, we have a lot of problem, right? And also, these are not mind self. Self here means something that is permanent in our body, in our mind. So the moment you know that, Your mind is arising and passing away. Your physical body and your physical phenomena in your body arises and passes away. When you know that, you know there's no self or no soul, no permanent entity, right? When one sees these, that's in that way, as they really are, with the correct wisdom, the mind becomes dispassionate. So dispassionate here means no craving, no attachment. So the mind is liberated from the taints. So the taint simply means lobha dosa moha. Lobha dosa moha. So the moment you are practicing vipassana, anytime, anytime, you don't have any taints in your mind, or negative mental state in your mind, or defilement in your mind. Your mind is just pure, with the mindfulness and clear comprehension. By non-clinging, here, non-clinging, the mind do not cling to your body, even though you're going to die. With the mindfulness and clear comprehension, you die peacefully. Right? So this is the best way to die, This is the best way to die. You die by practicing vipassana meditation. Of course, not easy. If you can practice. Serious practitioner can die with the vipassana meditation, just like a bhikkhuni khema. Right? Okay, here the question, I will go to the question. Normally, people think that when we die this life, something is moving to another life, next life, It's not like that. According to Buddhism, nothing is moving to another life. When you know the nature of the mind or physical phenomena in your body arises, passes away. A new one will come, and that one also will pass away. Another new one will come and passes away. It goes like that. So the moment you die, we call it death consciousness. The last mind moment of our life, we call it death consciousness. Death consciousness will disappear. Then another mind moment will appear in the new life. Then I will give you another example. Suppose you are going to die. You're going to die. So the last mind moment in your life will be death consciousness. It will disappear. Disappearance of consciousness, death consciousness in this life, that means you die in this life. Then, based on your craving, you may crave for becoming a deva in the heavenly realms. Then, rebirth consciousness will appear in the heaven. So, when you understand this, you will know that nothing is moving, right? Because that consciousness just disappears in this life, right? The new consciousness will appear in heaven. Nothing is moving, Just that one disappears, a new one will appear, right? Of course, the new rebirth consciousness will have a mental quality, that we have accumulated in this life or many other life. So therefore, we are doing meritorious deed again and again, so that we will have a positive energy in our mind, right? The moment we die, those energy were embedded in upcoming, how to say the consciousness in new life, right? So nothing is moving. Okay, so okay, that's all. Then I want to talk about 5 benefits of mindfulness or 5 benefits of meditation. So here, meditation means Buddhist meditation. So what is the benefit of Buddhist meditation? So in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, so the Buddha talk about 5 benefits. Number 1, bhikkhus, this is only one way for the purification of beings. There's only one way, there's no other way, according to Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Bhikkhus, this is the only one way for the purification of beings. Purification means purification of mind, in our mind. So we may have negative and defiled mind. So when you practice meditation, all those negative mental state, all those defiled mental state will be purified, right? Purification of those defilements and purification of negative mental state, unwholesome mental state in our mind. Namely, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. 4 foundations of mindfulness. Later, I will discuss about this 4 foundations of mindfulness. So that will be the benefit of Buddhist meditation. In other words, that's the reason why we are meditating. We want to beautify our mind, right? So therefore, we are practicing meditation. Second one is the surmounting of sorrow and lamentation. Soka Bridivana Samatikkamaya. So actually we have a sorrow in our mind, lamentation, crying in our mind, right? When you practice meditation seriously, so you will no longer have sorrow, lamentation in your mind. So that will be benefit of meditation. Because when you are mindful, when you have a clear comprehension, you'll be able to deal with your problem. So there will be no sorrow in your mind, no regret, no lamentation, no crying. Surmounting of sorrow and lamentation, mindfulness, that's very important. Number 3, the passing away of pain and digestion. Pain means physical one, and digestion, mental pain. So when you practice meditation, you will have a less, your physical pain and mental pain will be disappear, with time. Passing away of pain and digestion. Number 4, the attainment of the true way. So when you practice meditation, the Noble Eightfold Path will be developed. And you will attain the Magga and Phala. And the last one is the realization of Nibbana. So when you practice meditation in a correct way, then you will attain Nibbana. So here, Nibbana means cessation of mental and physical suffering. When you still have a body, then you will still have a physical suffering. But when you attain Nibbana, you no longer have any mental suffering, no mental problem. Even though you lost your beloved one, even though you lost your job, even though you have a serious sickness in your body, there will be no mental problem, mental suffering. That's Nibbana. The realization of Nibbana. Of course, as a Buddhist, Nibbana will be our final goal. Nibbana is everlasting happiness. Everlasting happiness. So when you attain Nibbana, your happiness will be permanent. Nothing can destroy your happiness, right? That's Nibbana. So when you look at the benefit of meditation, right? You will have a lot of benefit, like no sorrow, no lamentation. Your mind will be pure, right? And you will no longer have a mental and physical pain. You will attain Nibbana. You will attain Magga and Phala, right? So, a lot of benefit. Okay, any question up to now? Do you have any question? Okay, no question. Then we'll go back to definition of meditation. As you know that the most simple and easiest definition of meditation can be found in Satipatthana Sutta and also in many other sutta as well. That is developing mindfulness on 4 foundations. It's called meditation. So here, you're trying to develop mindfulness. You're trying to cultivate mindfulness by using 4 foundations, by using 4 meditation objects. Meditation object. So therefore, we always say that if you are mindful, you are meditating. Even though you are cooking, when you are mindful, you are meditating. You can run mindfully, you are meditating. Running meditation, right? Running meditation. The main thing is mindfulness. So here, I will talk about this mindfulness is not a normal one. Need to support by other positive mental qualities. Later I will talk about this. So therefore, mindfulness is very important. In one of the famous meditation master from Myanmar, he is known as an arahant, Webu Sayadaw. He said that the essence of Pali Canon, so that means the whole Buddhist text. So the essence of Pali Canon is 37 requisites of enlightenment. Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. So the essence of 37 requisites of enlightenment, the Noble Eightfold Path. Here, 37 requisites mean will be 7 categories. So when you practice one of them, you will attain Nibbana. So those 37 can be summarized with the Noble Eightfold Path. The essence of the Noble Eightfold Path is 3 higher trainings, Sila Samadhi Panya. So the essence of 3 higher training is mindfulness. So here, one of the commentaries said that we can summarize all the teachings of the Buddha with the one word: mindfulness. That's very important. If you are mindful, you know all the teachings of the Buddha. So that means mindfulness is such important teaching, such important teaching. Okay, we have two type of mindfulness, two type of sati. One is we translate as a recollection. The ability to remember and to recollect what was done and said long ago. That's called recollection. So when you remember what you have done yesterday, that's a recollection. It's not mindfulness. It's not mindfulness. So when you remember what you taught to me last year, that's recollection. So when you remember what you have done, what you have said in the past, that's called recollection. Recollection can be good and bad. It can be good and bad, right? Good and bad. And second definition is mindfulness. Mindfulness. So it is a awareness of present moment. Awareness of present moment. The ability to contemplate four foundations of mindfulness. So here, later we'll talk about this, four foundations, the body, or something that is connected with the body, and your feeling, your feelings, your mind, and phenomena. Phenomena here means mental and physical phenomena. What is happening in your mind, what is happening in your body, that's a phenomena. So here, mindfulness, awareness of present moment, what is happening in your body, what is happening in your feeling, your mind, physical phenomena, and mental phenomena. So that is a always positive, always wholesome. So therefore, even you know your anger right now, that's mindfulness, that's wholesome. Because you know your mind, right? Even though your mind is negative one, you know as a negative mind, as a negative mind. You know your anger, you know your jealousy, you know your generosity, you know your compassion, wherever. In Masatipatthana Sutta, just mention 60 type. 60 type. It can be more than that. Yeah, more than that. Any mind, right? Any mind. So that means when you have the awareness of present moment, right now we are talking, we are listening. If you are mindful, that's mindfulness. That's wholesome, right? That's wholesome. Recollection can be good and bad. But mindfulness is always wholesome. Wholesome. So here, four foundations of mindfulness. In other words, four objects of our mind, or four objects of mindfulness. Number one, we call it Kaya Nupassana, contemplation of the body, or something that is connected with the body. In other words, all the physical one. Every meditation method start with the body, right? So when you look at breathing meditation, so breathing is the body because it's connected with the body, right? Another physical phenomena. First, we look at our in-breath and out-breath. That is the body. We start with that. Then later, you were aware of your feeling that arise based on your body. So when you observe your in-breath and out-breath, sometimes you have a pleasant feeling, sometimes unpleasant feeling, right? So that is the second meditation object. So when based on in-breath and out-breath, so when you have a pleasant feeling, just know that it is a pleasant feeling. If you know that it is unpleasant, just know that it is unpleasant, wherever, Then later, based on your in-breath and out-breath, based on your feeling, you will have some mind, sometime attachment, lobha, sometime anger, sometime delusion in your mind, like that. Sometime concentration, your mind is concentrated. Sometimes your mind is restless. All these are the mind, Then, so when you can establish mindfulness based on in-breath and out-breath, based on your feeling, based on your mind, ultimately you will have knowing of their nature. The nature of physical phenomena in your body, the nature of feeling, the nature of mind. How they arise, how they disappear. That's called contemplation of phenomena. Contemplation of phenomena. So here you see that Dhammanupassana, right? Dhammanupassana. So here, Dhamma, with the single, D is a, what is it? Small letter, thank you, small letter, is a mental and physical phenomena. When we write D with the capital letter, teachings of the Buddha, is a one way to distinguish. When the author write with the capital letter D, Dhamma, teachings of the Buddha, right? So when the author write with the small letter D, Dhamma, that talk about this one, contemplation of phenomena. It's not a teachings of the Buddha. It's the nature of mind and body, the nature of fire aggregate, whatever you call it, Here, what is the nature? The nature is impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Mainly three natures, right? Three natures. That's called contemplation of phenomena, Dhammanupassana, right? Normally, Dhammanupassana is vipassana. Vipassana. According to Visuddhimagga, number 1, number 2, number 3, contemplation of the body, contemplation of feeling, contemplation of mind, just a samatha. Just a samatha. When you go to vipassana, contemplation of phenomena, Dhammanupassana. Later we'll talk about it by using Anapanasati Sutta. So we're steady, so that when you meditate, you will know the gradual process, right? The gradual process. So here, when you look at 4 foundations of mindfulness, in other words, 4 objects of mindfulness. So they are progressive, um, progressive development. So you can see that written by Bhikkhu Analayo. Bhikkhu Analayo is a German monk, a serious meditation masters, and also academic scholar. He's well known for the nowadays very well known for that, and also his writings are reliable. So therefore, I quoted. Direct path to realization. In his book, he said that the sequence of the Satipatthana contemplations leads progressively from grosser to more subtle levels. So that means contemplation of the body grows, right? Easy to know, right? Easy to know. Then when you go to your feeling or bodily sensation, sorry, not bodily, mental sensation, mental sensation. So when you have a pleasant sensation in your body, you know that it's pleasant sensation. Sometimes unpleasant sensation. Just know that it's unpleasant sensation. Sometimes neutral one. Then, based on your feeling, you know different type of your mind, different functions of your mind, right? Sometimes you're happy, sometimes unhappy, sometimes your mind is concentrated, sometimes restless, like that. Knowing your mind. So when you can develop mindfulness and concentration based on three objects of meditation, three contemplations, ultimately you will have a contemplation of phenomena. Simply, it is a knowing the nature of your mind and body, right? The nature is very simple, in theory. Theory very simple, but in reality, it's very hard to understand. Need a lot of very deep concentration. Okay, any question? Okay, no question. I hope you understand. You understand. So we have one question as a Sochin during our meditation course. I think I'm correct, So she asks, what is the difference between Buddhist meditation and secular meditation? Between Buddhist meditation and secular meditation. What's the difference? As you know that we have a different type of meditation. We have a Indian meditation, Hindu meditation. Even nowadays, other God religion also they are trying to use the word meditation. Especially in the West. So they have a different type of meditation. So here, meditation here means sometimes they use the word mindfulness, sometimes meditation, right? So what is the difference between Buddhist meditations and other meditations? So when we learn what is a Buddhist meditation, I think you will understand, you'll be able to distinguish, As you know that even in Singapore, I think there are some meditation masters, secular meditation masters. They don't believe any religion. They conduct meditation courses, especially for the businessmen, because they're very very busy and they have a lot of stress, anxiety, right? It's intended for them. We can call it secular meditation, right? So what's the difference between Buddhist meditation and their meditation? Even in Buddhism, so we have a Theravada meditation, Vajrayana meditation, Mahayana meditation, different type, right? Different type. When somebody asks, what is the difference between Theravada Buddhist meditation and other meditation? So you can answer by using this one. Surprisingly, I asked ChatGPT this question. And it answered the same thing. I got this one, surprisingly. I checked ChatGPT today. Because I want to know, actually, now ChatGPT, AI is very powerful, You can add so many things, You can add so many things. So you will get the answer right away. So when Sachin asked me in the class, I also answered this one, Okay, what is Buddhist meditation? So our quote, Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Mahasatipatthana Sutta is two suttas, one from Digha Nikaya, another one from Majjhima Nikaya. The same one. It is recorded in the two Nikayas. The same sutta is recorded in the two Nikayas because it's important. In one Nikaya disappear, then one will survive. The point is, it's important for meditation. So the Buddha said that here means a monk dwells contemplating the body in the body, the body in the body. So the moment one contemplate in breath and out breath, you're breathing. That means, so you contemplate your breathing as a breathing. Do not contemplate mind breathing, no. Just breathing as, just in breath as a in breath. Just out breath as a out breath. Do not take it, this is my breathing, no. Just breathing as a breathing, right? So when you are practicing breathing meditation, so these are the quality you have to do. Number one, ardent. So you have to you have to make a lot of effort. You need to make a lot of effort. The secondly, clearly comprehending. The moment you are contemplating, you are in breath and out breath, so you have to know very clearly. When you're breathing in, you have to know you're breathing in very clearly. So when you're breathing out, you have to know you're breathing out very clearly. Later I will explain in detail. And number three, mindful. Mindful is sati. So normally, in the secular meditations or any other meditation also, they will have a three quality. Ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful. Normally, so these three qualities are common to every religion. Whether you call it Theravada meditation, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Christian meditation, or Hindu meditation, or secular meditation. So these three will be common. But to make a lot of effort, right? When you're sitting 1 hour, so you have to make a lot of effort to sit down 1 hour, right? You have to clearly you have to know what you are doing clearly, clear comprehending, and you have to be mindful. These are the common quality. So here, the last one is the most important: removing longing and digestion in regard to the world. So, longing is lobha, attachment. So here, the world here means five aggregates, or your mind, your body, or something that is connected with the body, right? Body. So you have to remove your longing or attachment to your mind, to your body, to your in-breath and out-breath. Everything connected with you. And digestion is a dosa, a way in your mind, right? Sometimes when you can contemplate your mind in breath and out breath, sometimes you don't like it, right? You want to give bath. You have a kind of digestion in your mind. So that me is a dosa. So removing longing and digestion in regard to your body, your mind, in regard to your in breath and out breath, or wherever, right? Okay, so I will explain one by one, so that by quoting Pali Canon. So following are four main things one need to develop while practicing Satipatthana meditation, while practicing Buddhist meditation. In other words, Theta-vara, I think it's, even we say Theta-vara, actually some scholars they don't like. Early Buddhism. They use early Buddhism, In other words, the original Buddhism. Because Pali Canon, what we are learning, is considered as the original text. The original and also the more pure form of teachings of the Buddha. Even we don't call it Theravada. So when we are learning Visuddhimagga, Patisambhida Magga, Kathavatu, or Theravada Abhidhamma, we can call it Theravada. So when we are learning suttas from Pali Canon, not Theravada. Sometimes teachings of the Buddha in the Pali Canon and Theravada teachings sometimes different. Okay, so when you are practicing meditation, so these are the four main things you need to develop. Number one is in Pali, atapi. So you have to make a lot of effort to practice. Some people come to visit meditation course, then after that they disappear. They do not continue. No, it's not enough, So we have to do it again and again. We have to make a lot of effort, right? So every meditation method, they will have it. This one, right? Number two, clearly comprehending. In other words, we call it clear comprehending. So the moment you are practicing breathing meditation, you know you are breathing clearly. When you are listening to somebody, you know clearly. That's a clear comprehending. Or clear comprehension, sampajana. Actually, that is a wisdom, understanding, wisdom. The Noble Eightfold Path, we call it right view, right? Right view. Every meditation method, they will teach you this one. And number 3, mindfulness. So when we are talking about Buddhist meditation, it should be right mindfulness. It's not a wrong mindfulness. How we will know what we are practicing is right mindfulness or right meditation? How we will know? With the 2 quality. If you know 2, you know it is a right meditation, it is a right mindfulness. So the 2 are nothing but here, removing longing and digestion in regard to the world. Vinaya loke apeccha domanassa. Removing longing, in other words, lobha, attachment. So when you practice a kind of meditation, whatever meditation method, so if you have attachment to that, that's a wrong mindfulness. And digestion means after practicing a type of meditation, your mind has a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, a lot of digestion, a lot of ill will in your mind. That's a wrong mindfulness, wrong meditation. So therefore, I quite often emphasize the importance of knowing lobha, dosa, moha. You might think that it's very simple, but if you know, when you can remove your lobha, dosa, moha, you attain nibbana. Nibbana means you have a peace in your mind. There's no fire in your mind. Your mind will be at peace. So therefore, so when you want to decide or examine whether what you are practicing is right or wrong, so you have to examine with the lobha and dosa, right? Suppose I will give you an example. Sometimes when you're playing games, right? It needs a lot of mindfulness, right? It needs a lot of effort. You have to make a lot of effort. And also you have to know clearly, right? You have to know what you are doing clearly. So you have a 3 quality, right? Make a lot of effort. You have a clear comprehension. You have a mindfulness, awareness of your game. But so that game increase your anger, your irritation in your mind. Sometimes greed in your mind, attachment in your mind. So therefore, such kind of mindfulness is not a right mindfulness. It is a wrong mindfulness. Because you have longing and digestion in your mind. You have a lobha and dosa in your mind, right? So therefore, your mindfulness, the moment you play game, is a wrong mindfulness, right? Wrong mindfulness. In other words, when you want to know, whether your practicing is a right meditation or wrong meditation, you can decide based on lobha, dosa, moha, right? So that will be criteria to decide any meditation method or any teacher. So here, removing longing and digestion means right intention. So right intention here is will be three type of right intention. Number 1, renunciation, right? Renunciation means you practice letting go. You don't have any longing in your mind. You don't have any attachment in your mind. And number 2, non-airway, right? You don't have an airway in your mind. No harming. You don't have a desire to harm other people, right? So these are the three type of right intention. So here, according to Vibhanga text in Abhidhamma, so the word hear me, five aggregate of clinging. Five aggregate of clinging. Five aggregate that is subject to clinging. So here, longing hear me, lust or raga or attachment or sensual desire. In other words, it is a lobha, attachment. Trying to cling into your mind, your body, your in-breath and out-breath, like that. Digestion here is airway, pyapara. In other words, dosa, hatred, or airway. So that means, when you want to decide what is a Theravada Buddhist meditation, in other words, not Theravada, Buddhist meditation, four quality, right? Four criteria. Number one, must practice with the right effort, clear comprehension, mindfulness, and so your practice must remove longing and digestion, lobha and dosa, right? So that will be Buddhist meditation. So the rest will be secular meditation, right? We can call it secular meditation. And regarding with the digestion and mental pain, the commentary said that we have two types. One is a temporary removal with a wholesome consciousness. Now, when you focus all your attention to mind teaching, you don't have any digestion in your mind, you don't have any longing in your mind, right? Temporary, your lobha, your dosa will be temporarily removed, right? The moment you attain jhana, your lobha, your dosa are suspended as long as you are in jhana. So when you are in jhana for 1 hour, the whole 1 hour, your lobha, your dosa will be suspended. No lobha dosa by the time. Right? But there will be moha by the time. Okay, any question up to now? Yeah.
Bante, with regards to the gradual training, does that mean that one has to be like focusing on the body first before we basically gradually move to the contemplations of feelings, mind and phenomena? What I'm trying to say is, does one have to attain jhana first before he moves to contemplate to feelings, mind and phenomena?
Okay, it's very deep question. Normally, later we will study under the contemplation of body, it shows attainment of four jhanas. The question is, before we practice feeling, contemplation of feeling or contemplation of mind, do we need to attain jhanas? There is a two argument, I will say that, two argument. Stay arguing about that. Some people claim when you want to practice vipassana, you need to attain jhana. Without attaining jhana, you cannot practice vipassana. You cannot become sotapanna, etc. Then some meditation masters, they say that we don't need to attain jhana to become sotapanna or to practice vipassana. So we can practice vipassana with they call it khanika samadhi. Khanika samadhi. Momentary concentration. Momentary concentration. Of course, when you talk about momentary, that's not a normal one. It's very deep, stable concentration. There's a two statement. Most of the meditation masters in Myanmar, they say that we can practice vipassana without attaining jhana, with the momentary concentration. In other words, without finishing the complete process of contemplation of body, we can move to contemplation of phenomena, dhamma, right? Feeling and mind. So that's for vipassana. But there are some meditation masters who recommended contemplation of mind. Also very useful in our daily life to observe our mind every time. Then you close your eye, then you try to develop a little bit of concentration, then you observe your mind. Whether you have a wholesome mind or unwholesome mind, it doesn't matter. So in the meeting, you may have a heated argument, heated discussion in the meeting. And your mind, restless, full of anger. Then look at your mind. What is happening in your mind? So the moment you look at your angry mind, so that angry mind suppress. That's, we call it contemplation of mind, right? So some meditation master, they recommended this meditation practice. So that means without attaining jhana, without completing contemplation of body, go to contemplation of mind, right? Contemplation of mind. Normally, we can do that. We can do that. But when we want to practice vipassana, I think the best way is to attain jhanas. After you attain jhana, your mind will be very clear. You will have a clarity of mind. Normally we explain with a water pool in the forest, right? In the forest, water pool, if there is a wind, shaking, the water is shaking because of the wind. Then inside the water pool, you have a lot of leaf, thatches, wood, and many things, rock, etc. You cannot see them inside, right? Because the water is not clean. So then there's no water. The water in the water pool is stabilized. All the desks were moved to on the ground. So the water became very clean, right? Because of clarity of water, cleanliness of water, then you can see everything inside very clearly, right? Similarly, when you attain jhana, your mind will be able to focus on meditation object many hours. Because of that stillness of the mind, or the ability to the ability to focus on one object, your mind will be still, tranquil, and serene. Because of that stillness of the mind, then you can observe your feeling, your mind very clearly, even mental and physical phenomena, right? So there are many evidence in the suttas. So when you talk about right concentration, right, the Buddha always refer to four jhanas. So therefore, two arguments. So we have to. You can take it wherever you want. Normally, I spoke both of them. I can agree, with the both argument. And later, I think I will discuss about that because the people ask this question a lot, But we need to give a reference, reference suttas, so that even though you don't have any reference sutta, then you have a reference text like a Visuddhimagga, right? Visuddhimagga. Okay, here, temporary removal of lobha dosa, me, momentary concentration, right? So here, suspended removal me, your lobha, your dosa will be suspended for a long time, with the help of jhana. Okay, any question?
Good evening, Bhante. I've got a very beginner question.
Sorry?
I've got a very beginner question,
Okay.
not deep.
Okay.
So, I hear that you describe a lot about the mind, but it's very murky to me because I hear that it is used to refer to mental states, whether it's happiness, sadness, etc., which is actually emotions. And then mind is also used to describe attention. It can also used to describe focus. It also used to describe secularly the consciousness, subconscious, superconscious. So that it seems to be like is used as an umbrella term for many things. But it seems like it is still lacking. I think maybe Buddhism has got something that is even more, maybe solid is not the word, but something more refined, something clearer. So can you please maybe describe what exactly does Buddhism, what does the Buddha mean when he says the mind? Okay, thank you.
The mind. Actually, as I earlier said, that we have two types, knowing mind and something that to know. Normally, the Buddha normally recommend just look at to your body, your mind. Only these two. Right? Of course, mind has a different functions. positive function and negative function, right? I think better study Abhidhamma to know about what is mind, you know. So when you know 89 consciousness and 52 mental factors, so these two are the mind, right? We have 28 matters. These are the body. So also there's some, how to say that, connection between them. So I think if I explain right now, it will be very long. You know? So the mind is a knowing. The mind know, right? The mind know our body. The mind know what you see, what you hear, etc. And the mind know our previous mind, right? Because of this mind, we have been problem, we have been happiness, also unhappiness. So therefore, the Buddha wants us to train our mind with the meditation. I don't know whether maybe may I take another 10 minutes for today because of the delay. You know, so sorry for that. So later I will quote one sutta that the Buddha said that the Buddha gave a very beautiful simile how we should train our mind. So I think to know about what is mind, I think, but I want you encourage to learn Abhidhamma. Huh? After you finish 3 chapters, you will know. You need to complete 3 chapters. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's talk about the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is how to say the meditation, right? When we define meditation from different perspectives, as it developing the Noble Eightfold Path. So when you are practicing Noble Eightfold Path, that means you are practicing meditation. Your meditation. So among the Noble Eightfold Path, so we have a right speech, right action, and right livelihood. So these are morality group. So those morality group must be completed before the meditation practice. So therefore we have a sila visuddhi, the purity of our moral conduct, right? So when we want to meditate, so we first of all we should cultivate right speech, right action, and right livelihood, right? So these 3 must be developed before you practice meditation. And also some meditation master also, they say that when you are meditating, at that particular moment, you are practicing morality. Here also two perspectives, you know, two view. I think sometime here, I think some of you may be new to meditation. Sometime you may not have a 100% understanding about meditation. You need to learn from different perspective and different method, right? Need to make patient for that. No? Okay, so then we still have another 5. Right view, right intention, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. So they are called worker factors or walking factor, which works together during the meditation. during the meditation. So that means when you meditate, you must have a right view and right intention. Then based on that, you have a right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. So all these five must work together, right, during your meditation. Okay, it's just in theory. If you don't know, it's okay. Yeah? It's okay. Then here I will talk about, first of all, when you meditate, you need to choose a quiet place. So that is number one, number one. Especially for the beginners, you need to choose a quiet place. When you are a serious practitioner, you don't need to choose. You can practice meditation anywhere, even on the train. The noises are not important for you. So the Buddha suggested to choose a quiet place. So in Satipatthana Sutta, so the Buddha talk about, give his example, like the forest, like a forest. So therefore, most of the meditation centers situated in the forest, right? Forest. And also under a tree or just a quiet place. Just a quiet place. It can be your house, your room. It can be shrine hall. It can be empty empty classroom like that, right? Must be quiet place. So here the Buddha said that the Blessed One has called noise a thorn to the jhanas, a thorn to the meditation. So noises can destroy your mindfulness, right? It will be danger your meditation. So quiet place, number one. Number two, meditation posture. The Buddha said that having folded his legs crosswise and set his body erect or straighten his body. So therefore we always suggest that to keep your upper body upright and you fold your leg, right? Your leg. So that is the instruction taught by the Buddha. So here Visuddhimagga said that here in crosswise is the sitting posture with the thigh fully locked. Your thigh are fully locked. Folded here means having lock. Set his body erect, having placed the upper part of the body erect, with the 80 backbone resting into end. 80 backbone resting into end. So when you are keeping your upper body upright, so your bone will be resting, You will not have any pain in your in your back, right? Your blood circulation will be flowing in a correct way, and also your in-breath and out-breath will be flowing smoothly, right? So number two. So actually here the Buddha highlight importance of sitting meditation, right? You can practice walking meditation, lying meditation, standing meditation, but the best method is a sitting meditation, right? Later I will show the reason why. The purpose of sitting cross-legged leg, so written by Bande Gunaratana. Those who are not familiar with the meditation, I want to suggest this book, Mindfulness in Plain English. It's available online. You can get PDF online. The most simple and easiest reading regarding with the meditation. Bhante Gunaratana is from Sri Lanka, now living in US, now nearly 100. Sometimes he visits Singapore. I think long ago, around 8 years ago, he visited Singapore. Even though he's nearly 100, still mindful, clarity of mind. So he writes the reason why we are choosing sitting meditation. Number one, it creates physical immobility, which supports immobility of the mind. First of all, we need to control our body, right? By crossing our, by sitting with the crossed leg. First of all, you need to control your body. Then, it will support your immobility of the mind. Number two, it will enhance the ability to sit for a long period of time. That's the reason why we are choosing sitting meditation. We can sit down for a long time. And also drive away the meditator's three main enemies. Every meditator. Number one, pain, physical pain. So when you are standing for a long time, physical pain. Because now I do not notice my physical pain because I keep my attention in my teaching, right? If I'm sitting without doing anything, cannot stand for a long time, long time. But here, when you sit down, you can endure, your physical pain. And also, muscular tension and falling asleep. Okay, so regarding with the sitting meditation, I will give you some example. So this is a full lotus position. Full lotus position. You can see that fully locked, Your two legs cross, So that will be the best type of sitting meditation. If you can try, you should try. The best type. Of course, at the beginning, it was very painful. So when you sit down for a long time, it will be used to it. So then, when you look at the Buddha images, you can see that it's a Buddha image in the Sanat Museum. The Buddha image. This is one of the famous Buddha image, Sanat Museum. It is a 5th century CE. You can see that with the full lotus posture. The Buddha is preaching the first sermon, Dhammacakka Potana Sutta. Then this is a Buddha image from Borobudur, right? Borobudur from Indonesia, 9th century AD. 9th century AD. You can see that at the full lotus posture. Then here, Buddha image in our shrine hall, full lotus, You can see, So most of the Buddha images in Myanmar with the full lotus posture. You can also see the Buddha statue in shrine, body tree, body tree. So this one is a half lotus position. Half lotus. So one leg is put onto another one, right? You can change, You can change, This one also is good. You can see that this is a Samadhi Buddha statue in Sri Lanka. It's between 5th to 6th century AD. So this Buddha image, Samadhi Buddha image, is the model of later days Buddha statue in Sri Lanka and Thailand. So when you visit Sri Lanka and Thailand, so you will notice that Buddha images have lotus, have lotus. Is a Buddha image in Sri Lanka airport, but now it's different style. The meditation posture is the same. So this is another Buddha image from Sri Lanka, Mahendali. So this is a Buddha image from Thailand. So this one, we call it Burmese possession, Burmese type of meditation. So you can see that two legs keep parallel, parallel, so that you can avoid physical pain, physical pain. For the beginner, normally we suggest to sit with a Burmese position. Normally, the Buddha just say, sit down with the crossed leg. That's all. The Buddha instruction is very simple, right? Very simple. So this is written by Pandey Gunaratana. Both of your legs lying flat on the floor from knee to foot. So they are parallel with the one in front of the other. So this posture may be the best for the beginners since it is the most comfortable one. So that means you can avoid physical pain, physical pain. You can choose whatever sitting posture, It's up to your choice, You can see that, so that they specially made it, the meditation cushion, Meditation cushion is easier, can sit down for a long time, for a long time. Similar to our, here also we use, one higher one on our thigh, right? So this is for those who cannot sit down on the floor. So here you can see that sitting on the chair, make sure that your legs, your foot are resting on the floor. If you are short, you can keep something, I think here they use a soft one. Actually, we suggest something hard so that your leg is resting, and stable. So here you can see that the women is a short, look short, right? So therefore she keeps something underneath. Your leg must be resting on the floor because you control your body, right? Control your body. This is another meditation bench, So actually people in the world, they're trying to invent, So they like to invent new cushion. And also this is some of the example. See that, the feet is resting on the floor, So here is your hand. The typical form of keeping your hand like that, so that your hand is stable. So in the Sutta, the Buddha didn't talk about where to keep your hand. The Buddha didn't talk about it, right? Make sure that your hand is resting on your thigh. You can also do this. You can also keep. Actually, personally, I don't like this one because when you are putting like this, sometimes a pain will be here, there, in your. Maybe keeping this one is good. Sorry. This one. Keeping your leg on your hand on your leg, right? But this, like this will be stable, right? More stable. So the Buddha didn't give any exact guideline about where to keep your hand. Okay, one question if you want. No question. Okay. Oh, see here one. Make sure that it is short.
Bante, if they are sitting on a chair, they are not crossing their legs.
Sorry?
If they are sitting on a chair when they meditate, they are not crossing their legs.
You're right. Because those who cannot sit down on the floor, right? That will be the best choice. So the Buddha suggested crossing our leg will be the best. But those who cannot, right? There's one nun at the time of the Buddha. She ordained as a bhikkhuni in her old age, maybe say 70 plus. She cannot sit down, and she cannot sit down for a long time, right? And she cannot walk because when she walk, will fall down. So what she do is she hold her hand. So she hold a post, right? One wooden post. She is going around that post by holding, so that she do not fall down. But she became an arahant. The main thing is mindfulness. She cannot walk. She cannot do walking meditation, but she just hold a pillar. She is going around that pillar, right? But she is very mindful. She knows what she is doing, right? Then because of that, then she became an arahant. So the main point is mindfulness, right? Therefore, meditation means cultivating mindfulness or developing mindfulness. Okay, so let's call it a day. Yo vadatam bhavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata gecho arakato bala viriya samangi Dan sugatan saranatamu pemi ragavi ragamanincamasokan Dhamma masanggatama patikulan Madura mimamba gunan suwipatan Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yata charina mahapalamahu Chatu su sisu purisa yugesu Atacha bogala dhammada sati sangamima saranatamu pemi Satu, satu, satu. Good night, everyone.